Let's talk about what is most important in year one.
Well, that's a tough question, right? I mean, it's a tremendous amount of material. I mean, I think one of the things is that is a concept that a lot of people don't think about, but it stems from the old cliche is I don't know what I don't know, right? And in educational terms, there's actually a term for that. It's called unconscious incompetence, okay, which is what basically translates to what I don't know, right? And I think year one, the greatest gift, there's two really great gifts that come out of year one. The first thing practically is to eliminate as much unconscious incompetence as possible about what it means to own a business. Mm-hmm. Which, if you think about it, that means that we're not here to make you experts on year one. We're here just to, the next step up on the learning ladder educationally is called consciously incompetent. Now I know what I don't know. But that is a huge step forward because if you know what you don't know, you know where to get help. You know how to ask the right questions. When you don't know what you don't know, you don't ask the right questions, you will never get the right answers except by sheer luck. So I think that's one of the greatest gifts of year one is that we have 5 classes on marketing, 5 classes on operations, and 5 classes on financials. And between all of them, we're covering pretty much every single area of owning a business, for the point of not making you an expert right away, but we're definitely going to help you out. There's no question we're going to advance you, but to eliminate as much unconscious incompetence so that you start asking much better questions, which leads right into what I think the greatest gift of the program overall is, and it's definitely a huge part of what I try to accomplish in year one, and that is if I can change the way that you think, I change everything about your life forever. Most people don't understand how to frame the questions properly. They don't quite understand how the world works, especially in the realm of business. And so we do an awful lot of education on the psychology of how things work, going a lot deeper than just, what is a profit and loss statement or what is this? We do all those things. But I'm always weaving in ideas of how to think differently, how to frame questions differently, because if you can see the world in the right way and understand how the world works, you will think differently, which will change the results every day. The analogy that I love to use is making a meal. If I start off with really great fresh protein, and I have to say proteins because it's Eugene, right? But I start off with fresh proteins and I start off with great organic vegetables. If I don't have a great recipe, or if I don't have great technique, if I don't have great knife skills, as long as I don't burn it, I'm probably going to come out with a meal on the other end of this. But if I start off with rotten, moldy food, I don't care how good the recipe is, right? I'm not going to eat it. And so when you think about what we do in the classroom, what any educator does in the classroom is we're teaching recipes and we're teaching knife skills and we're teaching technique. But we've already established that input, the raw material, is the greatest factor of what results you get. And so if you think about it, in your life, you are the input. You are the input that gets processed to get the results that you want. So if I can improve who you are as a human being and how you think, then you will get better results every day, even if you forget all the technique and all the knife skills that I teach. So that's really a focus of what I do, and it's an odd mix of very practical, down to basics business, but also with can I make a better human being out of you in the process? Which again, I think if you talk to a lot of the alumni, you'll hear that is one of the greatest gifts of the program.
So you're doing that at the
Yes.
Lane SBDC,
Yes.
correct? What
Yes.
year of the program are you in? right now?
I'm just finishing year one.
Okay, so you're just at the beginning.
Yeah.
And how's that going?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just worth its weight in gold. What it helped me realize, I wondered why, if I was so busy and I had so many clients, why wasn't I working the hours I wanted to work and make the money I want to make? And in the program, I learned that you shouldn't go out there and be everything to every person as a sole proprietor. And then to help me define my value proposition and what it is that I have to offer people, get clarity about that so that I could really hone in on just finding the niche market that I belong in and how to go about paring down on having too much business, which is kind of a cool problem, but it's still a problem.
Right.